Got a fish, you got it to tell me, you know the rules, you definitely know how to we play it. Back at it. You understand? Master plan. Keeping it grand. You understand who I am? Listen, this episode right here, right? It's in a pure investigation because, like, listen, right? We heard from years. You see the description, you see the title, right? We heard for years, right? That Biggie said, yo, y'all know what's up. Brooklyn in the house. We got them Cali niggas in Brooklyn shooting a video. What we doing, Brooklyn? Whatever the force, whatever they said that he said, right? And then Dog Pound says, you know, it's interviews for years from different many platforms. Daz said it, Snoop said it, Corrupt said it, Tupac Bodyguard said it. They got shot at. Okay. I ain't saying brothers is, you know, lying and all that. You know, the New York video come out, Snoop kicking buildings and shit. People was offended, but I mean, like, if niggas got shot at, mind you, if the shots are real, niggas got shot at, and then that's when, you know, they had to create the video, edit the video, and that's when they decided to kick buildings. But my whole point is, right, you got Tupac interviews from 95, 96 flowing everywhere. What about the interview with Angie Martinez? You got so much different interviews and different vocals flowing around for 20, 30 plus years, right? I ask you this, I say this, and tell you this. I ain't never heard those vocals of Biggie saying, yo, Brooklyn, we in the house, whoa, niggas got shot, right? I never heard it. If somebody in the comments can say they actually heard it and can find it on YouTube, put me on. I'm just saying personally, I never heard it, right? So I say this to say this, right? Little C's is doing his run. He's on the Art of Dialogue. And he started going on there about a few days ago. And I said, listen, because the narrative of C's being on the Art of Dialogue is he is like just, you know, defending Big, you know, or whatever rumors X, Y, and Z, he's defending Big. This is the narrative of the Art Dialogue interviews, what I'm getting, right? He talks about the E40 situation, how it was a misunderstanding, and da-da-da-da. He explained how the writer was getting Big aggravated and it was pissing him off the way the interview was going, end up saying things. As he wanted to get it over, smoke some weed in the interview. And just the way he was interviewing, it made him come out disrespectful towards others. This is what C's is saying. That's the narrative, right? So, different interviews, different things C's saying. I'm saying to myself, when is C's and Art of Dialogue is going to address the shooting of the Dog Pound? And ho behold, I was looking through my timeline and I had fun. And Big and C's is about to talk about. Now, this is what I want to know. Well, C says, yeah, Biggie said that, or C's is going to say, yo, he didn't say that. Oh, that was a lie, da, da, da. Because if that's the fact, right, being the fact that I said, I ain't never heard them vocals. I asked people around, they ain't never heard it. You put it in YouTube, you ain't never heard it. You Google it, you ain't never heard it. And when you Google it, you hear other people talk about it. But where's the vocals of Biggie saying that? They said it was on Full Flex, right? I'm not saying it's a lie. I'm just saying I never heard it, right? So they saying shots went off. So this is what I'm saying. This is the investigation. I'm about to motherfucker check out this Art of Dialogue motherfucker. And Yeah, you can check it out with me. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna definitely get into this shit because I'm confused. Like I wanna, cause like I said, I ain't never motherfucking heard Biggie vocals, voice, anything saying that. So if it ain't out there, and if I'm not saying it is, but I ain't never heard it. So if it's really out there, I'm dying to hear what Lil C's gonna say. And if it's the narrative of breaking Biggie innocence and all this shit about he's this and that, he didn't do that, it meant this, it meant that. We're gonna get to the narrative because I always said that Snoop album, those are yo, I ain't never heard it like. So I'm dying to know because like I said, man, if somebody heard it, man, talk in the comments on it. Talk to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Those are two like classic albums that will ever be stamped in hip hop. What the fuck? When they was coming to New York, we was, going to check them at certain shows, but I think the one real time we really bonded. Hold on, y'all. The Murder Was the Case soundtrack. They did like just listen. Premiere tour. Well, according to it. And that's the first time I met Snoop. I think Bigg had probably let him fire before, but that's the first time where I actually saw them kick it and chopped it up. And, Snoop was showing Big love and, Big, we were showing him love. You know what I mean? All day. And that's the first time I think they really clicked. And then when we did the show, I don't know if you know that Russell Simmons, he did that Def Jam the Show documentary. And, Snoop performed on there. You had Wu-Tang on there. Big and Puff performed on there. And that's another time we sat there, picking Snoop. Pardon me, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. We have a little passes with some I had to get a mode. You know what I mean? Got it the same vision mode. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me, y'all. I'm sorry, man. Pardon me. It just never came around to it because, at that time everything was fresh, and then all of a sudden all the other shit started to fester. You gotta think about all that shit was like right behind each other. And these albums already done. Snoop album was already out and done. Ready to Die already came out. You know what I mean? But they was trying to make it happen. We just just moving around and just I guess just schedule wise. But they both respected each other with each other. You know what I mean? When Snoop and Dogg Pound trailer was shot up, do you remember what Bigg said on the radio that led to that? Yeah, I remember, but I don't. It's not to really remember. Yeah, I don't even remember the call. I don't even remember the calling. Sometimes I be wanting to ask Angie Martinez like, yo, let me hear it. Let me hear it again. Cause I want to hear what it was, but of course we know what happened. We heard it happen, but I would hear from them sometimes. I heard Snoop talk about it and said, that was the word for Big, and they said that. I was like, yo, listen, that from what I recall, that wasn't nothing with us. But they said that Big said something on the radio like, yo, listen, y'all, it's open market type of thing. Not saying he did it, but basically saying, yo, he put the energy out there for, yo, like, word, y'all let these to the video here, which could have been said, but that wasn't nothing that came from our camp. You know what I mean? Like, that didn't come from none of us and we riding around like really looking for where they at type of thing. Like, that shit wasn't that serious to us in that manner. But I get how they may look at it, saying like, yo, they was on the radio saying like, yo, there's open market for them. Y'all gonna let them shoot a video in New York? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that'll fuel and rile up, New York City at that time. With all that stuff that was going on. But I can sit here and tell you that, like, from our immediate crew and all that, that wasn't nothing from us. And I never got a chance to tell Snoop that or them that. When we're around each other, that's not the type of shit we'll sit down and talk about. I was just on the Rock the Bells cruise with Daz and Corrupt. We were stuck on the boat for 5 or 6 days, looking up every day. Just so Big did say that. Something we just kind of like never spoke on. You know what I mean? Or something that just. Hold on. But I can sit here and say that. Hold on. That was nothing from us, like our crew. Like, yeah, we okay. Big, like, yeah, go over there. I just think that was just the energy of just New York once Big. We probably got on the radio and said. Probably got on the radio. Sorry. Probably got on the radio. See, he's sounding guilty. Listen, let's break this down now. I had to do the investigation. And as I do the investigation, do the knowledge, right? As I had to do the investigation and do the knowledge, right? Motherfucker, you did it. Motherfucker, see, you said probably. That wasn't an innocent tone. That wasn't a maybe. You said probably. That wasn't the. So actually, that motherfucker said, "Nah, I have a problem with that." Did you see what you did? Now, deep down, you probably didn't want them shots to go off, and I know that y'all probably had nothing to do with it. We understand that. But to rile up New York, we're talking about the notorious Bigg. Now I get it was late 1995. I get Biggie was a kid, what, 24, 23, whatever. I understand that, right? See, that's the problem. Fuck. He's a kid, man, at this time. So that's NY shit. I get where Biggie was coming from, but that is a dangerous fucking zone. And he was wrong for doing that, but Bigg was a fucking kid himself at the time. This is what NY was on. And when you say shit like that, niggas get shot at. Then they wonder why the beef is. And then I'm like, is it to the point that Dog Pound know that those wasn't real flagrant shots? That's just shit that just boiled over, because time after time you hear how cool Snoop, Daz, and everybody is with Biggie after these gunshots. They even said they did songs together. Shit, him and Puff was in 9-7 before Snoop went to No Limit. They did a Steve Harvey show. After that, them death row checks stopped for Snoop. He had no choice to go to No Limit, because you remember, Pac was dead, Suge was in jail. A lot of shit was not moving, and money wasn't being made, and finance wasn't being met. That's what, Snoop ended up going to Master P, and that saved his life. And still Suge got some percentage out of it. With that deal and all. So it sounds like Biggie did say that shit. The way C's is talking. Let's listen a little more. All the dialogue. Let's shout out all the dialogue.
That direct message towards them to create no atmosphere like that. B.I. wasn't on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Would you with
Bigg? I think all the dialogue is basically asking him that day, were you with Bigg when he said it? I'm dying to know if that's where the question is going. I'm dying to know. If that's where the question is going, I am dying to fucking know, yo.
I probably was. Listen, I was with Bigg 99.9% of the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's times I wasn't there. Or it's times, I probably was somewhere else in another room or down the block somewhere. But, I don't recall that call, though. You know what I'm saying? Or I wasn't around for that. You know what I mean? When he called Hot 87, I don't remember that. Why ain't you Martinez won't release some interviews? I know she got the Tupac interview. She never came out with it.
I said that.
You just mentioned a Hot 97 interview by Bigg that she might get. But I don't get it, yo. Why she not releasing it? I don't know, dog. And Angie is family, dog. Look, that's my sis. I with Ange heavy. That was the real voice in New York before India and everything. I don't know. I don't know what's the issue. I don't know what's the thing about the Pac interview. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. I don't know why she won't put it out. You know what I mean? I don't know. I love to hear it, like like you love to hear. I think things like that is like
Bigg said that.
Kind of like classic and
My Bigg saying that. I mean, and then here's the thing. I didn't break down. By Bigg saying that, right? The dog pound was a disrespect to New York. This is, listen, this is pre-shooting. This is before the shooting. They're coming to NY to show love. Where's the disrespect? Where does it tolerate for it to be gunshots? But by Biggie saying what he said, it antagonizes, it makes people act up. That was a very dangerous move because once again, where's the disrespect? You're gonna say, oh, the disrespect was they was kicking down the buildings. That was after the shots. Remember what I just said, before the shooting. If you look at the details, you can look it up yourself, right? You look at New York video. Moni Love is in that video. Where do Moni Love was at that time? Working at Hot 97, meaning that's a connection, a New York connection. I know she's from London, but she's been living in New York and repping New York. And at that time, she was frequently on the radio of Hot 97. Like, had her own show and all. So Moni Love is in the New York video. Daz Corrupt reportedly said they went to different radio stations and wanted to get different people to get in the video. And a lot of radio stations rejected them. Moni Love said, I'm down, represent New York. They was explaining where their direction is, where they was going. They wanted to show love. The song is originally from Curtis Blow, if you might want to ask. And where's Curtis Blow from? The chorus is from Curtis Blow. Where's Curtis Blow from? The Bronx. So why would Curtis Blow diss New York? It doesn't make any sense. So they were showing love. Biggie gets on the active and say that. Shots go off. Tupac just is out of jail. He hears this. He goes nuts. He's mad as fuck. Damn, Big, you caused a lot of shit. That shouldn't have to, you shouldn't have to do that. I know y'all wasn't expecting niggas to shoot, but look who you was at the time. Bad move. So we did the investigation and we reported it. And yes, it appears to be Biggie said it, but this man is reporting to say, I don't recall. But that probably looked like it's a, yeah, you did it. Still a mystery because we can't find these vocals anyway. Even saying dialogue, saying, why ain't he putting it out? I thought it was on Flex. I don't know why we can't hear it. Yo, if you can go Google it and find it, or go on YouTube or whatever and find it, Beachy Chat, whatever, all that AI shit, and find the vocals, let me know. But I doubt it. Gutterfish Entertainment, you know the rules, you tough. No, fuck, we play.